Have you ever bought something from the supermarket just because it said no added sugar, only for you to test your blood sugar 2 hours later and it's so high? If that has ever happened to you, then this video is for you. You would want to get your pen and paper right now because I would be diving into deep explanations in today's video. So you might as well pause this video right now and go get your pen and paper. Okay, let me start by telling you a real story. So, a few months ago, a woman joined our Beat Diabetes Nigeria community. According to her, she was doing everything right. She has stopped drinking Coke and other sodas. She switched to diet biscuits. She bought cereal that said all grain on the pack. She even started eating wheat bread and brown bread instead of white bread. Yet, every morning, her fasting blood sugar was still reading above 180 mgdl. She was frustrated. So she told me, "Oh, coach, I don't understand. I'm so frustrated. I'm tired. I've removed sugar from my diet. So why is my blood sugar still high?" And out of nowhere, I didn't know what even prompted me to ask her this simple question. So what I asked her was that, can you send me the food label of all these packaged foods that you said you have switched to because you want to start eating healthy and lower your blood sugar? And when she sent me the pictures of these foods, what I saw was shocking. If you haven't liked this video up till now, this is the best time to do so, so that the algorithm can push it to more Nigerians who would benefit from it. So the problem is most Nigerians shop with their eye. Once any food label reads sugar-free, diabetic-friendly, low fat, you automatically assume that it's healthy for you and your blood sugar. But here is the truth nobody tells you. The front of the pack is always about marketing. The real truth is at the back of the food pack. So, my client's diabetic cereal she was taking in the morning had 42 grams of carbs per serving. Note that. It also had 12 grams of sugar. And on the ingredient list, it had maltodextrin as the second ingredient. And our brown bread was basically white bread with coloring. Our diet biscuits had more carb serving than a bowl of gari. And she didn't know because she never read labels. Like many Nigerians living with diabetes, she just assumed that, oh, if I bought it in a pharmacy, it's healthy for me. If I bought it in the supermarket, it's healthy for me. But I put it to you today, diabetes doesn't care where your food is from. Your blood sugar only responds to what you eat. So I told her, for the next 7 days, just learn how to read food labels. And during this period, we focused on 4 different things. The first thing I told her was that always check serving sizes. Check serving size of any packaged food that you want to take. And this one is dicey due to the fact that you might think you are eating one portion, whereas you have doubled, you have tripled your portion. So let me explain to you now in a way that you understand. So let's assume we have a pack of biscuits, and in that pack of biscuits, we have 5 pieces of biscuits there. So the one pack of biscuits contains 5 pieces of biscuits. So if you check the back of that particular biscuit, and it is written there that serving size 5. What that is telling you is that you're supposed to eat this biscuit 5 times, or 5 people are supposed to share this biscuit. That you're supposed to eat this biscuit 5 times. That's just one per time. Now they will go further to write, okay, carbs per serving 12 grams. So what that is telling you is that if you eat one piece of that biscuit, what you have taken is 12 grams of carbs in that one sitting. So You that doesn't read food labels or that doesn't know how to read food labels, now you go ahead, and it's usually difficult, especially if you don't have self-control, which most people don't have. It's hardly will you see someone that will open a pack of biscuits and will eat just one. You would want to eat two, you would want to eat three. Once you've done that, all you I want you to know that you have tripled the serving size. You have tripled your carbohydrate intake. So even if you read the food label that said per serving 12 grams, you have taken 3 servings at a sitting. So what you do to calculate the amount of carbs you've taken is to multiply that 12 grams that a serving contain by 3, because you took 3 pieces of that biscuit. So you have eaten 36 grams of carbohydrates in that one sitting. So this was what was happening in the case of my client. She was just eating carelessly. She wasn't paying attention to the serving size. And she kept wondering, oh, why is her blood sugar rising? Even though the biscuits were saying low sugar, even though the biscuit said it didn't contain much sugar, but not minding the fact that she should have paid attention to her serving size. So that is our number one problem, which we tackled. So it was then she realized that she was unknowingly doubling and tripling her carb intake on a daily basis. Now, moving on to the second step we took, which was to start checking total carbohydrates in any food that she wants to take. So I told her anything above 20 to 25 grams of carbohydrates per serving, run away from it. In fact, your safest choice is anything below 15 grams. Anything below 10 to 15 grams is okay if you are trying to control your blood sugar. And let me remind you again that carbohydrates raise blood sugar, not only the white sugar or processed sugar. So the mistake I see a lot of diabetics make is this. They will say, oh, I no longer drink Coke, I don't drink malt, I don't take white sugar, I don't do this, I don't eat buns, I don't eat pastries that they've made with sugar. But you are still eating a lot of high carb foods. You are still eating huge portions of rice, of swallow, of yam. It's the same thing. The carbohydrates in this food are going to turn into sugar. Sugar is the end product. So that might be one of the reasons you're finding it hard to control your high blood sugar. Step number 3, I told her to watch out for hidden sugar names. Now, I want you to listen carefully more than before at this particular point, because the food industry is a very corny one. Everybody wants to sell. They want to market their products. They want people to buy their products. So they usually hide sugar names. On some products, some supposed healthy products, you won't see sugar there. But I want you to listen carefully to these names I'll be calling out now. So any packaged food that has any of these names on it, Biko, drop it with immediate alacrity. Drop it immediately and pick race. So any product, any food products you buy that has number one, glucose syrup, drop it. It's also sugar. It's another name for sugar. If you see maltodextrin, drop it. It's also sugar. Corn syrup, abeg, pick race. It's the same thing as sugar. Dextrose, drop it. See fructose, drop it. See honey, pick race. Honey will also raise your blood sugar like sugar. It's just a little different. You see cane juice, pick race. And if you see rice syrup, turn back. And you wouldn't believe that my client's cereal, one of the cereals she was taking for breakfast, had maltodextrin as the second ingredient. And she was taking it thinking that she was taking a no added sugar cereal, not knowing she was shooting herself in the leg. And that alone explained her high morning readings. And the last thing we did was that I made her realize that ingredients on any packaged food are arranged from the highest to the lowest. Let me explain. So at the back, when you check the back of the cereal you take or snack you take or any, in quotes, healthy cereal or healthy snacks you take, and you see number one ingredient there, you see flour. Number two, you see sugar, or you see dextrose, or all those ones that I just mentioned that they used to camouflage the name for sugar. Then you see, just know that that product is dominated by flour and sugar. Regardless of whether we now see later, maybe in the process, you now see nuts like cashew nuts, macadamia nuts, almonds, and regardless of whether you now later saw healthy food items there. Once the first three ingredients are made up of flour, sugar, or dextrose, or cane sugar, or blah blah blah, all those ones that I've mentioned, just know that you are not supposed to buy that kind of a snack or of a food product. Just pick race because they are not healthy for you and they are going to spike you real bad. So, what did we do to crash my client's blood sugar in just 1 week? After analyzing all this, and then I ensured that she made corrections and stopped taking all those food products that she thought were healthy for her and her blood sugar. Instead of the biscuits and cereals that she took in the morning, we transitioned to taking eggs and vegetables for breakfast. That ensured that he had a good supply of protein in the morning, coupled with fiber. For her snacks, her sugar-free biscuits, we scrapped it. I told her to thrash it or give it out to someone. Then I told her to start taking, if you want to snack on something, look for boiled granules. That one contains a high amount of protein, healthy fat, as well as fiber, which would help you prevent sugar spikes and manage and control your blood glucose naturally. If you can't lay your hands on boiled peanuts, look for coconuts. Coconut is high in healthy fats, it's also high in fiber, which is all these are the types of snacks you're supposed to be taking as a diabetic, not one sugar-free biscuit. Also, I told her to stop taking brown bread because it's just white bread in disguise. It's just white bread with coloring. It's still the same thing. You're still going to spike your blood sugar. And after just 1 week of doing this, our fasting blood sugar dropped from the 180 switch to 117. Can you see? That's why I say it times and times again that little changes make a huge difference in your blood sugar control journey. Not only that, she told me that her energy improved, that she doesn't feel tired the way she used to anymore. That's the power of eating right for your body. Not only that, she told me she used to feel bloated, all those bloating vanished. And lastly, our unhealthy cravings for sweet foods, everything disappeared because she has now learned to nurture and nourish her body the proper way. In conclusion, I want you to know that diabetes does not lead to the death of Nigeria because of lack of medicine, but rather due to lack of information. As Nigerians, we eat blindly, we trust packaging a lot, we assume. Meanwhile, our glucose and blood sugar is quietly rising. So once you understand food labels, you stop being a victim of commercial food industry who don't care about your health but just want to make profit and sell their products. So this is one habit that can make a difference in your blood sugar management journey. And I wouldn't want you to play with it. I want you to start making use of it from today, from your next purchase at the supermarket. So next time you pick any packaged food, do this. Look at the total carbs, check the serving size, and check the order of ingredients. In particular, the first three ingredients on the list. One habit that alone can change your readings. I know this video has helped you, so please give it a huge thumbs up right now. Share it across all your social media platforms. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and turn on your post notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a video. Until next time, stay consistent, Stay informed and keep beating diabetes one smart choice at a time.